but I liked what it leads to.
All right. Let me hear the video.
All right. I was gonna say we already had this discussion, so to have it again, it's gonna seem kind of
I
trite.
thought it was a new subject.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The most responsible way to live is that you're playful with life.
I love this gift of
It's
mine.
absolutely irresponsible to carry a long face and walk around on this planet. Yes or no? Isn't it absolutely irresponsible to walk around with misery? Yes. That's the most irresponsible thing you can do. So being playful is not irresponsibility. Being playful is being very responsible and responsive to life. Only when you're playful, you can do that. When you're serious, the world doesn't exist for you. You and your nonsense. Yes. When you're serious, it's just about you and your nonsense. The world and other life does not exist for you. Only when you are playful, you can pay attention to everything. You can truly respond to everything in the world. Only if you're playful. Otherwise, you cannot.
That was lovely too.
Yeah.
I love using
I know. I just think about people that
Instagram in this way.
people that are miserable for reasons. Then what? How do they?
How do you become playful? Probably it's a longer process of identifying, using the Four Noble Truths. We're going to relate it all back to Buddhism.
What if people are so deflated? That's what I think of when I think of this stuff. People that are just completely deflated, hopeless. Their lives have been miserable. Because it's for everyone. Like the practice.
But I think, I'm sorry, I think someone who is deflated in that way is also, as defined by Buddhism and yoga, ignorant. So if they but had the tools and the knowledge, could they become
Well, I know, of course they could, right?
Deflated?
Yeah, of course.
So I think when someone
100%.
when someone is in that way, information, knowledge.
But what's the first step? The first step is just realizing that it's okay. It has to be simple. If
You mean the first step for a person?
to even realize that it's okay for them to be playful just based on that video.
I don't know.
It would be like, what
I feel like maybe it varies.
what brings you happiness? It has to be one little thing. They might be like, my dog, my cat, my kid, you know what I mean? And then you can kind of expand from there. I just always think about that because it's a lot for someone that feels hopeless to hear those words, to hear that they're irresponsible because they're miserable. When sometimes people feel like it's scary to be playful and that it's impossible to be playful and that life has been hard and
Well, how about if you were to turn that around? Because I feel like everyone is playful at certain times.
You think so?
When they're alone with their cat.
Well, that's what I was saying. If you say what brings you happiness, then they're gonna find.
So I think that becomes a situation where people hide their playfulness and only relate to the world through. I don't want to say it. Well, maybe not like misery, but through like seriousness.
Yeah.
At least sometimes it's misery. Sometimes
Well, and I think even imagining those people when they're in those moments where they're sitting there miserable or serious, they're like, there's got to be more. Right? I think everyone has that thought. So then, if someone would say this is more, then let's just start by, Tony Robbins does a thing. You just jump up and down, and that changes.
Yeah.
That's as simple
Well,
as that.
this is very much almost in the same vein, but not coming from a different angle, but the same thing. I think that a very quick prescription for that is exercise.
I know. Well, but getting someone to exercise,
But
jumping
that's
up
the same
and down.
thing as jumping up and
I
down.
know, but jumping up and down is quick. You be like, jump up and down 10 times,
But
and
it-
then tell me how you feel.
But it's the same.
It is the same, but
just
different
wrapped
label.
up in it.
Yeah.
And like
Well, and it's not elongated. Like when people think about exercise, they think about an hour, or they think about the 20 minutes a day.
right, but it's using the same exact principle. Even
You know
that tiny bit of exercise is going to
I'm going to interrupt you.
get things flowing.
How much energy did you have today from doing the practices this morning? Like when I left, I was like so energized.
Yeah.
Yeah, singing
Yeah, I was,
and and happy.
It definitely brought a different quality.
Yeah,
to
we didn't even
my-
do it right, but it
No,
was still good.
but even still, just like the breathing and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But even like the massage, you know.
Yeah, yeah, just the whole thing. Even just touching your whole body in the
Yeah.
morning gives you a different kind of feeling
Connects you with everything.
about your body, about the day, about the floor.
And today in class we picked the Kali card, you know, the goddess Kali, which she has all the skulls because she kills ignorance, basically. That's what that represents. And so then yesterday, oddly, I played this song that I've been playing by Krishnadas forever, Shri Argola Stratum, probably not at all how you say it, but it's like that. And then yesterday in class, for some reason, because people every time I play that song, people love it. So yesterday, of all the years, I decided to look up the meaning of it. And it's a song to the goddess where he talks about Kali and Durga.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then today, this morning, the yoga card that I picked was Kali. So then I played that song at the end of class and then read the meaning again. And I like having that connection.
Nice.
I want to learn another hard mantra. So that's one on top of the Hanuman Chalisa.
Very cool.
All right, let's go eat.
Hold on. Even if this video stops,
Yeah.
I want to talk more about
Let's keep it on.
playfulness.
Okay.
I think this goes back to many, many things. I think, like, why aren't people more playful? Like, really?
Well, because of how
Because-
you're going to be perceived.
How
How are you having so much fun when there's so much to do?
I even think people are just uncomfortable with them.
Self-conscious, yeah.
So, and that's the same. How I'm going to be perceived, self-conscious, even feeling uncomfortable, like I can't do it, right? Like people can't dance.
Yeah.
They literally can't. You know, I can't. I won't. I will. Enough boobs, but I won't otherwise. I can't do it. I feel like
That was one of the things I had to do in my
I
class.
feel like a flaky. Ugh, it's gross.
Dance until everybody wants to dance with you. It was the worst half hour of my life. In front of like a group of 20-something people. Everybody had to go up one at a time, and you have to let go. Basically, it's like losing your mind and you get into your body.
Yeah.
And I tried so hard. I'm like, all right, like I'm dancing, which is awful to do alone in front of a group of people.
I would have left.
Well, it's part of my class.
I know, but I would have been
You
like,
couldn't though, because that you can't. Then you're not participating.
I would have
No, it
sat
worked.
that one out.
No, you have to keep going. And you
Then
have
you
to,
know what? We would have been there all night
And you
with
might have
me
been.
doing this.
I think it took me actually 45 minutes. You knew the group. It just took you a little while to be like, all right, and take a deep breath. I was in a workshop in front of 100 people. This one girl got called to do that. It took her an hour. But when she let loose, literally in an instant, everybody was up dancing with her. I mean, the energy shifts.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a concert. When someone's on stage,
Right.
they're good at that. So you want to sing and dance and because they're just in there
I still find that vaguely
weird.
abusive and traumatizing. But it's
Yeah, but I
fine.
signed up for it.
Well, I know. It's not. Right. It's
I
my
didn't
own-
know that was gonna happen.
It's my own,
Your
views on
self-conscious.
it. It's like throwing someone in the pool when they can't swim.
Hey, bum, can we not throw rocks on the rug?
But I have no problem being silly, even though I don't like to fucking dance.
Maybe you'll get there.
Maybe. I don't have a particular need to.
It's just to show you that you're capable of being yourself no matter where you are.
I
Fully,
understand.
fully.
But
Getting out of our heads and into our bodies.
But back to why people cannot be playful. Yeah, they're just self-conscious
Yeah.
about it. And then why are they self-conscious? Because
they care about what other people think.
Well, but why do they care about what other people think? Because they want their approval. Because they don't have their own approval of themselves. Because they don't do what. Because they don't do the things that make them proud of themselves and happy and secure. I heard another thing that was.
Well, they don't follow what they feel is their purpose. They don't feel creative. They don't.
But why don't they do that?
For all those reasons. But I'm saying that's why they're afraid to be playful.
I think it goes back to, I'd say
That's the way you're raised.
Keeping your word to yourself.
Yeah.
That's a big one. About stupid shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're down at the bottom, that's how you start. I'm gonna do this and then do it. I'm gonna do this and then do it. I'm gonna do this and then do it. Then you become the kind of person in your own mind who does the shit that they say that they are gonna do. Then when you say, I'm gonna paint, you paint.
Yeah.
When you say,
I'm gonna write a book,
you write the book because you're that kind of person
Yeah.
who doesn't let shit slide when they say that they are gonna do it. And I think that
think about everybody's number one excuse is what?
not enough time.
Yeah.
Right.
How much time do we spend looking at our phones, watching TV, doing all those things? Hi.
Hello.
Sorry. No, you're
That's
good.
all.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were video.
Yeah, I did, but it's okay. No, come on through.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
not even a real video.
No.
But imagine the kind of person when it comes time to be silly
Yeah.
and joke and be free. The kind of person who knows that they're the type of person who does what they say they want to do and gets shit done.
Yeah.
Has nothing to feel insecure about.
No.
Nothing to feel
Well,
self-conscious
even if you
about.
do a little bit, you just do it anyway, though. It doesn't matter.
Oh, because that person no longer needs this overwhelming approval from others because you have overwhelming approval
Of
from
yourself. Or you're at least working on it. I think it's just everything's like simultaneous. That's the upward spiraling evolution of becoming.
Right, but an easy place for people to begin is to go inside
It's to jump up and down 10 times.
and chronicalize and what's the word I'm looking for? Take an inner inventory of shit that you say that you are gonna do and shit that actually gets done, and see if those two things match up.
And also, don't be afraid to subtract some things off of that list.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Simplify.
Set yourself up to